They said humans were unfit for the final trial. They said compassion was a flaw. They were confident they were right. The chamber floated in deep space, silent and white, shaped like a perfect sphere. Around its edge sat representatives of 100 civilizations. They had conquered stars, bent gravity, and outlived their own suns. Humans were new, too new, barely spacefaring by their standards. The trial was simple. That was the problem. Each species would be given control of a failing world. The planet was dying. Its core was unstable. Its climate was collapsing. Billions of simulated lives depended on one decision. Only one action was allowed. No tools, no technology, no outside help. One choice. Then the simulation would end. The goal was survival, maximum efficiency, minimum loss. The first species stepped forward. They adjusted orbital mechanics and sacrificed a continent to save the rest. Cold, precise. Applause followed. The second species rewrote biology itself, merging minds into a single will. Trillions of lives became one. Efficient, approved. Others followed. Some destroyed half the population to stabilize the core. Some abandoned the planet entirely and saved only the data of their species. All choices were calculated, logical, acceptable. Then it was humanity's turn. The observers watched closely. They expected chaos, emotion, failure. The human representative stood alone in the center of the chamber. No armor, no implants, just a calm face and tired eyes. She looked at the projection of the dying world. Fires spread across continents. Oceans boiled. Cities went dark. The council spoke as one. You may act, they said. One action only. The human did not move. Seconds passed. Whispers rippled through the chamber. Hesitation was not strategy. Time mattered. Finally, she spoke. Who built the rules? The question echoed. The rules are absolute, the council replied. They ensure fairness. She nodded. Then I will act within them. She stepped forward and placed her hand on the projection. She did not alter the planet. She did not move its orbit. She did not sacrifice anyone. Instead, she changed one thing, the definition of success. The observers froze. The simulation did not reject the action. The rules had never forbidden it. The human redefined survival. The planet still died. The core still collapsed. The cities still burned. But the people did not panic. They helped each other. They shared food. They opened shelters. They stayed with the sick. They comforted the afraid. They knew the end was coming, and they chose to face it together. The simulation recorded every moment, not just lives saved, but suffering reduced, fear eased, pain shared. When the planet finally broke apart, the loss of life was total. The chamber erupted in judgment. Failure, several species declared at once. 0 survivors. The human did not argue. She simply waited. The system finished processing. A new metric appeared on the display, unrecognized by the council. Meaningful life lived. The system had no value for it, so it calculated one. The number climbed, higher than any previous trial, higher than planets that had survived physically but lost everything else. Silence fell. The council analyzed the data. They tried to reject it, but the rules held. One action had been taken. No tools were used. No laws were broken. The outcome was undeniable. One of the elder species spoke, its voice slow and careful. You chose extinction. The human met its gaze. No, we chose how to live. The chamber shifted. For the first time, the council considered something they had never measured. Not efficiency, not dominance, meaning. They reviewed their own histories, the wars they had justified, the billions they had written off as acceptable loss, the civilizations they had optimized into emptiness. Humans had lost the trial, but they had won something else. The council changed the program. Future trials would not ask who survived the longest. They would ask who was worth surviving, and for the first time in galactic history, the answer was clear. Humans were not the strongest, they were not the smartest, but when everything else was stripped away, they understood something the universe had forgotten: how to be human,